Hello, this is a Feurich 125 upright piano that we sold a few years ago, and unfortunately a lorry collided with the music room and the contents have been exposed for about 4 months. It's obviously got lots of debris on it from the collapse, as you can see, and very dusty. Just trying to assess the piano, what sort of damage has been done as a result of that. And it seems to have been, fortunately it doesn't seem to have any water damage, though it seems to have been exposed to a bit of a damp condition, so we'll have a look at that. Now, the back of the piano looks alright, in good condition, but very dirty. The keys are dirty, as you can see, and some of the keys are sticking. I think it might be debris rather than damp that's causing that. The damp has caused it to be a bit heavier, so we'll have to put that right. So we'll have to clear the debris that's in between the keys here and see if there is any stickiness because of damp. It's a beautiful tone piano that's one of our favourites. It's a lush tone. I noticed the hinges here a little bit loose. I think it might be because this is just a bit on the tight side, might be damp got into it, and consequently it's making the hinge loose, so that needs addressing. Now, the debris caused scratches on the piano, so we'll have to buff the scratches out. Of course, we don't know how many were caused by the accident, but we'll buff them all out anyway. It's obviously an opportunity to get the piano as perfect as possible. I noticed earlier in trying to get the fall out, it was extremely stiff, so it could be that damp has caused it to swell slightly. We may have to take some of the edge off this just to get it to fit properly, or if we leave it to dry out for a month or so, we may find it's a lot better, but it's very, very difficult to get out at the moment. So I think this sticky key is debris between the two, because if you press that one down, you see that sticks, and then you press that one down and that sticks, so it must be something in between. So let's just take them out and see what happens. So automatically, I think, yeah, they've both been unstuck, so that was something in between, just debris rather than damp, so that's encouraging. And the sharp doesn't stick either now, so we'll just do the same to the rest. I think that'll cure the sticky keys. Now, the underlying tone of the piano is as it was when it was new, I think. Still very resonant. So that's fortunate. There's a bit of regulation problem there. Whether that is related to damp, we'll have to look at that when it's dried out a bit, leave it for a month or so, and then we'll look at it again and see what we have to do. You can see that the hammers are not setting off properly, so they're just blocking against the string. So the let off here, that's this little button behind there, needs adjusting. I'll try one of them to see what happens. So we need to turn the let off just down a little bit. I don't know if you better see this. See my adjuster here, and if I turn that down a little bit, you have to be careful with old pianos that it doesn't break when you do it. This isn't going to happen with this one, I don't think. And let's have a look at it now. It wasn't actually the let off, it was the back check. As you see, this one's further back than the others, and now that's pulling off, so the let off was working properly, but it wasn't pulling back. So I'm hoping that not major damage has been done to the piano with the lorry colliding with the music room. That's so unfortunate, and the piano being exposed then for a long period of time. And so we've got quite a few things to do. Leave it to dry out for a month or so, clean inside and out, buffing the case to remove scratches, tighten the fall hinges. That's something discovered along the way. It might be caused by this being stiff after it had got stiff because of a bit of damp. And repair sticky notes, obviously, and reweigh the keys. Now, reweighing the keys, they are a bit heavy, so that is definitely an indicator of moisture getting into the piano. So middle C, for instance, is 58 grams. I've got my weight on it here, so that's 58 grams on there, and it's just about going down, so it should be more like 50. Feurichs are very well rated keys normally. That'll be maximum 52, so 58 is quite a lot higher than it should be. So the keys vary a lot, as you can see. So we'll obviously work on that and get it right. So it's obviously, it goes without saying that the piano exposed to the elements tends to get damp. Fortunately, no moisture damage directly onto the piano, but definitely damaged the piano. and of course cosmetically too. I hope that's helpful. If you've it's quite common that we get problems with pianos in fires or damage like that, although I must admit a lorry colliding with the music room is the first time we've seen that happen. Very dirty, as you can see. That's not really a problem, we can obviously clean it. Our concern is whether the instrument is still very good as it was originally, and it still has that lush tone, hasn't lost any tone. Sometimes with moisture you can lose the tone on the piano, the soundboard warps and then you lose tone, especially around the middle. But it sounds fine, I think. It probably will need some voicing. It may need a little bit of work on the hammers. So we obviously don't want to, we want to make sure that all the damage is cured. It's a beautiful piano, and we're very grateful to be able to sell Feurichs, and 125 is a beautiful instrument. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that's helpful.